Welcome to another episode of the Podium Podcast. I'm your host, Apostolic. And as you can see, we're right here at the beautiful Amaladies Hotel. Guess who we have in the building? My man, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah,
sure.
Name's Mazani. Honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, sure. So, Mazani, what do you do, Mazani?
So I'm an artist. I make music. Yeah.
How can you describe your music?
Oof. Heavy on the R&B influence, because I think that's the music that I've grown up on and I listen to a lot. So yeah, but also just trying to blend it with like our own Malawian sound. So even the subject matters, the stories are closer to home. Yeah, man, I think that's how I describe my sound. I think one of like the influences has got to be you remember that era Yande Feo music from like 20
Yes.
yes, I think that's my music is like low-key pays homage to that era, that sound. I think that's how I describe my sound. Yeah.
Beautiful. Kuruyambe kuimba inspiration yako tingane kuti irambi na time ine kapena you already
I don't think so, man. I don't think time in I had figured out kuti I wanted to sing. I always loved listening to music, yes. Komano, it was later on when I'm at 2016 17 when I was like, okay, I think I want to sing more. So before that I had like this rapper phase, and
so you're rapping?
I was rapping at some point. I was writing raps.
What was your rap name?
I think it was the same name I used to go by up until like 2018 when I like
Mazani?
Nah, I used to go by Malachi at that time.
Malachi.
Yeah, but also I never got to release any music under that name because I think it was always in groups. So secondary school, you've met like-minded people. You guys are making music, so it was always like a group. But okay, It wasn't until like 18 when I was like, okay, I want to try and do a solo, thing, and also that's when I had figured out that I wanted to sing more. So yeah, that's when Mazani happened.
What made you change from rapping
to I think it's just the people I met around that time. I met a lot of singers. There was a couple of girls who were like singing, let's say with church choir, Johnny. So I think that kind of just like rubbed off on me. But also, I think as you're growing, you obviously you discover what like you're good at. So I think I figured out of, let's say when I was in member now, I was the one that would like, let's say, take the hooks. Have a softer voice. I can do much more with my voice than just rap. So I just started to like nurture that, and yeah, man, the rest is history.
How has your journey been like so far?
Interesting. There's been a lot of growth. I feel like I'm still also trying to find. I think now I have an idea of like what kind of artist I want to be. I think I found my voice now. But yeah, it's been interesting. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of experimenting. I've met different kinds of people. I've evolved, but at the same time, I think one of the things that I'm most grateful for is I've been able to, like, the people that were working with me in 2021, like, I'd like to believe they're still here now. So this is like what, 7 years later or something. Yeah, so in as much as there's been an evolution in like my artistry, there's still something people like original, like they're like at the core. That's still there. I think that's why people from time in are still able to relate to me, even Banoba. In as much as there's been like,
you've just changed the genre, but you haven't really changed the messaging.
Yeah, I feel like the delivery hasn't really changed that much.
So what's your message?
I'm like heavy on like love songs. I'm like a lover boy.
For real?
I'm like heavy on love songs, man.
Why love?
I don't know. I think that's, as an artist, I think the best thing you can do is tell, I don't know, story. It could be zintu zimene wadutsamu, let's say,
Yes.
or just your worldview edi on zintu. So I think for me, because I have one very like imaginative mind, that's always been like the bubble that I've like always been in. Like I've made songs that aren't love songs, and I know I can make songs that aren't love songs, but I think majority of the music that I've made, definitely. Plus, it's R&B, or sometimes even just what I would want to like experience. You know, I mean, it's like you the imagination is crazy. So just being able to, I think that's also like the best thing about being an artist is that you can create. Like that's the power that you have. So we're creating, Basi.
What do you write about when you, in terms of love? Do you write about heartbreaks, about meeting a new love? Do you write about distance relationship?
I think a little bit of everything.
And how do you approach that, your writing process?
I think a little bit of everything. I think the last tape that I did was, I think, heavy on like love, but like the nice, the positive side of love. So, you know, finding a new lover, reassurance, you know, telling someone that you're with that, hey man, let's stick together. Just generally finding love. Of course, there was a heartbreak song in there, I think one, and then there was just another song that's low-key spiritual. But yeah, I think that kind of just like tied up the whole thing, but definitely more on the, you know, dovey side of love.
Beautiful.
Can't say the same thing about like the next one though. I feel like the next one is gonna be heavy on the heartbreak. I feel like it's gonna be heavy on the heartbreak.
We're yet to find out. We're yet to find out.
Yeah.
How many tapes have you released so far?
So I've done two. One in 2021 and the other one came out last year in 2024. The first one was a little bit more experimental, so there was like different sounds on there. Like you had proper R&B, you had like pop, you had I had a, like my first Chichewa song is on that tape, and I think that kind of also just opened up like a doorway for whatever I got to make after that. You know, it's titled Ngati, and it's still like a favorite up until now. Like people still love that song. So yeah, and I'd like to believe that like the stuff that I've done after that, like that was the foundation. So yeah, man.
Your fans, what was the reception?
It was incredible. So after the first tape, obviously like that song did so well. Ngati did well. There was this song, there was Muse. It was like it leaned more on the Afropop, Afrobeat side. Yeah, I think those two records were the ones that like did really well. But I think the most recent tape introduced me to like a whole different, apart from like the people that I already had, it introduced me to like a lot of people. So there's been like some crazy growth there. Yeah.
What are you working on right now?
I'd love, so this year with the project dropping last year, this year we focused more on collaborating and singles. So there's gonna be like a string of singles but collaborations. So that could be me working with artists that obviously one I respect, and even from like an artist point of view, like I'm a huge fan of their work. And yeah, but also maybe a little bit more established than I am. So
would you mind dropping some names?
Okay, like I recently dropped a song with Charisma. Like my most recent drop was featuring Charisma. So yeah, it's just like an example of but there's like a couple more drops.
Charisma madness.
Yeah, there's a couple more drops on the way that has like some, you know, interesting names on them. So yeah, man, people should be on the lookout. It's gonna be an interesting.
There was this other song which you did with a lot of artists.
I think that was for a project we did in, was it 2021, 2022?
2021.
I think 2021. It was for this organization called Muona Collective. So what they were doing was just tackling issues based with like based on gender-based violence, like GBV. So they brought in all these artists to like work on different songs and just like talk about like different things, different topics.
Yeah.
And that was also like an interesting project because we got to collaborate with other different artists, just like be in the same space. And that was also one of my favorite projects because it was different from what I usually do.
We're right here at the most beautiful hotel, and I would love to ask you, as an artist, how do you think entertainment, music, or whatever can help to boost tourism in Malawi?
Obviously, we still have like both of these industries are like, I like to believe they're still growing. When it comes to the music, I think there's been like a huge shift from, let's say, 2020 to like where it is now. You know, you can have like a playlist from like Blanta to Lilongwe.
Yes.
In 2025, where it's just like Malawian music, which I feel like wasn't the case a couple of years ago. So I think I'd love to say that the growth has been very good, and I'm happy. But also that has led to us bringing in, let's say, international acts, which I'd like to believe that when they're also like going back, they've learned about like our sound, some of our artists, and I'd like to believe that makes it easy for the artists here to also like cross over because it's like with the connections we've made with those artists. Yeah, so I think that's a good place to start. We have different festivals that are happening. There's like a very good number of festivals these days. You have the Lake of Stars. You have Zomba City Festival. Yeah, and I performed in 2022. Yeah, but I met like a lot of people from outside who came here for just the festival. So I think the more we do those kind of events, the more we have other people come in, the more we give them a chance to explore.
What are you bringing? What should these people expect from you?
Okay, so one of my favorite things about like also being an artist and the journey is having people discover you. Like I'm always happy when I come across someone and they're like, oh, I just came across your music and you're really good. I think that's one of the best feelings as an artist. So that's one thing I love. That's happening right now. I think there's a lot more people who are putting other people on, recommending, but also the collaborations. That's what we're looking at. I'm looking at introducing my brand to the other artists fan bases, and then like I do the same for them as well. Like my peoples get to listen to them. So yeah, I think this year was mainly for that growth, tapping into different markets, but also just collaborating, man. I feel like collaborating is underrated. I feel like we need to collaborate more.
Yes.
There could also be something cooking in Lilongwe real soon. So I don't know, man. Just keep it locked. Keep checking the social media for like my like updates. I always make sure I post on there. Yeah.
So there is UMP Festival coming.
Yeah.
Are you performing there too?
Not that I know of, not yet.
Of course, there are so many events which I think you'll be invited to one of them.
Leading to them, yeah. But I would love to.
Have any last words to our viewers?
Yeah, man. I think this is just gonna be in general. Keep supporting our music. I think I love that people are already doing that. Like people are so proud to engage with Malawian music now, and I think it's a very beautiful thing to see. And put other people on, and man, I think that's pretty much what I have to.
Would you mind dropping your social handles?
Yeah, sure. So on I think across all social media platforms actually, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, I am _Mazani. But I'm sure if you just like search Mazani, I don't think you'll be able to like miss me. Yeah,
That's what
you should be able to.
Search Mazani and
it's gonna show. It's gonna pop. So yeah, man.
Beautiful, man. We should thank you for coming to.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Yeah. We appreciate and keep going, man. Your music is dope.
Thank you so much.